hang on, wait a second.
The girl's happy. She's got no money. I got my rocks off. Oh, how good it.
Oh. I just missed a call. Well, I could tell you what's the worst thing that could happen with phone hacking, I suppose. That's a good one.
Yeah.
So
what do
okay.
What do you think is the worst thing that could happen with phone hacking, for example? There's been a lot of talk about that.
Well, I imagine that if you were a newspaper and you really wanted the freshest news, then maybe you would start hacking into the phones of like famous people. Like, I don't know. Let's just say, remember in the 1980s, like the really early 1980s, when Prince Andrew was dating this porn actress called Star.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Well. Okay. Let's say that if you really wanted the good goss on that, you probably want to hack into their phone monitors and get all the freshest gossip right there on the plate.
Well, we're assuming like an instrument of the media would have insufficient ethics to engage in that sort of behaviour.
Yeah.
I mean, that would be the first hurdle to get over.
Yeah. Okay. Let's just say that they don't have any ethics.
Oh, come on.
Okay. Right. So what you might want to do is that you might want to start off with the juiciest gossip, and then I don't know, maybe you would want to have private investigators like hang around in vans outside Buckingham Palace, like with scandals. Anyway, you'd want to do that for.
You mean they'd actually invest resources in trying to find these things?
Yeah. You don't look up these things accidentally. And then pick up like like when Charles and Di, when they when they were having their marriage breakup, you might want to hack into the phones of Charles and Di, and what was her name?
But then again,
the woman that
you're assuming the media is interested in actually making money out of somebody's personal life misery, and I think that's a bit of a stretch as well.
Yeah. Well. You'd think they want to actually
possibly
go
it's
after.
done out of a genuine sense of helping.
Yeah, maybe, but
if they publicised like their marital problems, hopefully somebody out there, that means the media would expose it to somebody who may actually have a solution for it. Maybe for altruistic reasons.
It's got so many broad uses though. I mean, for example, if Robert Maxwell, the owner of the Mirror, hypothetical situation, he's now dead, he fell off a boat or something. Anyway, maybe he would want to, I don't know, bug all the phones of his employees in order to get information about them. Because
what would he stand to gain from that though?
I don't know. You get a lot of information about who knew a lot about Robert Maxwell himself. Maybe, I don't know. But where would
well, I mean, next thing you'll be telling me that people want to try and purchase the phone lists of people at Buckingham Palace.
Oh yeah, that could happen. Yeah. Well, any
they would have enough respect.
Any newsworthy event. I mean, if any movie stars, off the top of my head, Sienna Miller. Okay, if they had all of Sienna Miller's phone conversations, what they could do is that wherever Sienna Miller ended up, like on holiday or whatever, they could send paparazzi over there and with long legs and take photographs of her like naked or something, and they could do that with everybody. They could. I don't know if. Who's that nice man? The one from Four Weddings? No, from Four Weddings and a Funeral. The nice man who swore a lot in Four Weddings and a Funeral.
Rowan Atkinson.
No, the other one. The poppish one.
Hugh Grant.
Hugh Grant, right? So let's just say that he had a tryst with a prostitute or something, and okay, look, that's just right. But I mean
that's as fringe as any piece of divine brown I've ever heard.
Yeah, and if some like a terrorist bombing or something, and they could hack into their phones and get all the information on who they were that got killed, or if I don't know if a kid has disappeared, they could hack into their phones. But that's getting a bit outlandish. I mean,
they wouldn't, because if you did that, it could indicate to police.
Yeah,
it would mislead the police that somebody's accessing the phone.
Yeah, it would mislead the police. Yeah. So I don't.
You'd have no self-respect.
I don't think anybody who was self-respecting would actually order that. And if they did order that, you'd think they're bosses. I mean, if they did order that.
The bosses would be swift in their condemnation.
Yeah, I mean,
they would make that public, so that it would be open to scrutiny.
Yeah, and they wouldn't simply order an investigation where the person in charge of the organisation that was hacking the phones was actually in charge of the actual investigation. But that wouldn't happen.
So, people are far too honest for that sort of stuff to go on.
No.
And media organisations are just too transparent.
Yeah, and they wouldn't simply...
Given their commitment to the truth for the public.
Yeah, and they wouldn't simply cover up everything to the point where they actually closed that newspaper down, sacking hundreds of employees, most of whom didn't actually do that.
Of course. No, that'd be silly.
I think I'll have more bacon.